Okay, fellas, if you're single and you're serious about stepping up your dating game and getting more intimate on your dates, this one's for you.
Yeah, we're going to cut to the chase and talk about what really works out in the real world when it comes to turning a first date at your place into something more intimate.
That's right. We're talking about setting the stage for some real sparks to fly without any tricks or manipulation.
Exactly. This is all about creating a natural flow where you and your date feel comfortable and that attraction just grows organically.
Right. And one of the biggest things to remember here is that you have the power to change the game by focusing on your first.
Yeah, kind of like when you see a couple in therapy and the guy just wants the therapist to fix his wife without taking any responsibility for his own part in the
Nope, you
problems.
got to get your own mindset, right?
Exactly. Your mindset and your actions are the key ingredients here.
So let's dive deep into that today. Explore some practical tips and psychological insights that can help you shift the energy of a first date at your place towards something really special and intimate.
We're not promising guarantees here, but we are going to give you the tools to create real possibilities.
Okay, so let's start with the foundation. Your mindset. There's this concept called the Madonna whore complex that can really trip guys up. What's that all about?
Well, it's this interesting phenomenon where some men unconsciously box women into two very distinct categories. The good girl, the pure Madonna who's worthy of love and commitment, versus the bad girl who's seen as purely sexual and not someone to take seriously.
Ah, I see. So it's like this black and white thinking that limits how they see women.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, this kind of thinking messes with a guy's ability to have real, genuine intimacy with women in general.
How so?
Because if a guy sees women this way, he might hold back sexually with women he really cares about because he's afraid of tarnishing their good girl image. Or on the flip side, he might only see certain women as purely sexual objects and not allow himself to connect with them on a deeper level.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense. It's like they're sabotaging their chances of having fulfilling relationships.
Exactly. And one of the keys to breaking out of this mindset is learning to genuinely appreciate and respect a woman's sexuality.
Right. There was something really powerful about how a woman being open and comfortable with her sexuality doesn't diminish her worth in any way.
Absolutely. A woman's sexuality is a natural and beautiful part of who she is.
Yeah.
And when you embrace that without judgment, it opens up so many doors for real connection.
It's about creating that safe space where a woman feels completely comfortable expressing herself without any fear of being labeled or judged.
Right on. And that means that outdated and offensive sword has got to go.
Totally. Now let's get into the practical stuff. You've got a first date at your place. What are some concrete things you can do to set the right mood? There are 8 key points we should cover, starting with something that might seem basic, but it's super important. Cleanliness.
Yeah, cleanliness is huge. Your space is a reflection of you, and a clean and tidy environment shows that you care about the details and that you respect your date.
Right. It's like setting the stage for a good first impression.
The bathroom especially. If the bathroom is a mess, it can really kill the vibe and make her feel uncomfortable.
Gotcha. Makes total sense. Next up, candles. They seem like a classic romantic touch, but what's the real magic behind them?
Candles work on a deeper level than you might think. The soft, flickering light creates this instant, cozy, and intimate atmosphere that can really change the mood.
It's like setting the stage for something special.
Yeah. And a nice touch is to involve her in the process. Hey, can you help me light these candles? It makes her feel more involved and comfortable in your space.
Simple but effective.
Uh,
All right, point number 3, protection. This is a non-negotiable but worth emphasizing.
Absolutely. Always have condoms readily available. It shows that you're responsible and that you care about her well-being. It just removes any potential awkwardness or anxiety later on.
Safety first, for sure.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk about music. What's the strategy here beyond just putting on your favorite tunes?
Think of your music selection as a gradual progression. Start with something upbeat and fun to create a light and comfortable vibe as you're getting to know each other.
Okay, so like set the mood for some good conversation.
Right. And then as the date progresses, you can gradually transition to calmer, more romantic music.
Yeah.
You don't want to hit her with super intense love songs right off the bat. It's all about creating a natural flow.
Subtlety is key. Got it. Now what about alcohol? It can definitely help loosen things up, but what's a smart way to approach it?
Well, a little alcohol can help lower inhibitions and even give people a little liquid courage if they're feeling nervous or hesitant. But the key is to be thoughtful about it.
Yeah, how do you make sure it enhances the date and doesn't take over?
First, ask her what she likes to drink. It
Yeah.
shows you're paying attention and that you want to make her feel comfortable.
Right, like, hey, what kind of wine do you like?
Oh,
Or are
yeah.
you a cocktail person?
Exactly. And if you're feeling adventurous, learning to mix a few simple cocktails can be a really fun and engaging activity to do together.
Yeah, we've even got a recipe for you guys.
Yeah.
The Malibu Sunrise, orange juice, coconut liqueur, and grenadine. It's a crowd pleaser. And the important thing is to get her involved in the process. Turn it into a shared experience.
Right on. And don't worry if you don't have a full bar setup, just frame your small selection as your mini bar. It's a fun way to add a little personality.
Yeah, and if she's driving, offering to call her a cab at the end of the night is a responsible and gentlemanly move.
For sure. But remember, moderation is key. You want the focus to be on the connection you're building, not on getting drunk.
Okay, this next one might sound a little unexpected children's songs. Specifically, those nostalgic cartoon theme songs we all grew up with. How does that tie into creating a romantic atmosphere?
You'd be surprised how effective this can be. It's all about tapping into those shared childhood memories and creating a sense of playful connection.
It's like breaking the ice in a really unique and fun way.
Exactly. Putting on a few classic cartoon themes can bring out a lighter, more playful side in both of you, and it can spark some great conversation.
Yeah, it's unexpected and memorable. I like it. Now let's talk about the power of smell. How can scent influence the mood of a date?
Smell is incredibly powerful. It's directly linked to our emotions and memories. Studies have shown that certain scents can actually change our mood and behavior without us even realizing it.
Wow, it's like subliminal messaging.
In a way. So the advice here is to make sure your place smells fresh and inviting. Air it out beforehand, get rid of any lingering odors, and then introduce some subtle, pleasant scents. But don't go overboard. You don't want to overwhelm her with a strong artificial fragrance.
Yeah, a subtle touch is all you need.
Ah.
All right, the final point is what's called the cuddle factor. What's the idea behind this?
It's all about easing into physical touch gradually. Instead of going straight for a kiss, start with some light, non-threatening touches, like a gentle touch on the arm or a brief cheek kiss when you greet her.
So it's like normalizing physical contact in a way that feels natural and comfortable.
Exactly. It creates that sense of closeness and makes a later kiss feel like a natural progression rather than a sudden jump.
Okay, so you've set the mood, the atmosphere is right. Now, what's the game plan for the date itself, from her arrival to potentially moving things in a more intimate direction?
The greeting is super important. Make it warm and welcoming. A handshake and some light cheek kisses right away establishes a more intimate tone than just saying, hi.
It sets the stage for physical comfort.
Right. And when you're sitting down, suggest a relaxed position where you're angled slightly towards each other. It encourages natural closeness without feeling forced.
Gotcha. Now, what about the initial small talk phase? The advice here is to keep it brief. Why is that?
You don't want to get stuck in superficial conversation for too long. While some small talk is fine to get things rolling, you want to quickly move into more engaging activities that reveal your personalities and create a deeper connection.
Right. Avoid the interview mode.
Exactly. Make her feel like she's on a date, not a job interview.
Okay, so what's next? The tour of your place. But this isn't just about showing her where the bathroom is, right?
Yeah, definitely not. This is your chance to showcase your personality and passions through your living space. If you play an instrument, show her your setup and maybe even play a little something for her. If you collect something interesting, share that with her. The key is to make it interactive and teach her something about yourself.
So it's about turning your home into a conversation starter.
And even the bedroom can be part of this. You know, have some interesting items in there, things that spark curiosity and tell a story about you.
It's all about piquing her interest and making her feel like she's getting to know you on a deeper level.
Now, this next one's a fun one, the card trick. It sounds like a way to add a little bit of playful mystery to the date.
Yeah, tell us more about this.
A simple card trick where you secretly control the chosen card is a great way to create a moment of surprise and amusement. It's lighthearted and playful, and it can help break the ice.
Magic always adds a cool touch. Okay, from magic to mixology. Now it's time for the Your Name's Sunrise. This is where those cocktail making skills come in.
This is a smooth transition from the card trick to a more interactive activity. You've already found out what she likes to drink, so now you can offer to make her something special. And again, the key is to get her involved in the process. Make it a shared experience.
It's a fun way to bond and show off your skills at the same time. Speaking of skills, let's talk about the art of giving compliments. What's the best approach here?
Compliments are great for building connection and creating positive feelings. But the key is to go beyond just complimenting her appearance. Tell her how she makes you feel. Share what you genuinely appreciate about her personality and the way she makes you feel.
Yeah, that shows you're paying attention and that you're interested in her on a deeper level.
Exactly. It's about creating that emotional connection.
And now it's time to bring back those carefully curated tunes, including maybe a sprinkle of those nostalgic children's songs we talked about. Set the mood, create those shared positive vibes. And now we're getting to the heart of it. Touches leading to kissing and sex. This section introduces the 3 questions to sex framework. What's the idea behind this?
The 3 questions game is a strategic way to steer the conversation into more personal and eventually sexual territory while naturally incorporating physical touch. It's about building that sexual tension in a fun and playful way.
I like it. So let's break it down. Question number 1. What did you always want to be as a child? This is where the playful hand-reading technique comes in. How does that work?
So you ask her the question, and as she's answering, you gently take her hand and start reading it. Make some silly predictions about her childhood dreams. Like, oh, I see a lot of children in your future, maybe a dozen kids, or you were destined to be a world-famous baker.
Keep it light and fun.
Exactly. The point is to initiate physical touch in a way that feels playful and non-threatening. And the crucial part here is that you let go of her hand first. Leave her wanting more of that connection.
Create that little spark.
Yeah.
All right, question number 2. How long was your longest relationship? This seems like it's designed to reveal some insights into her relationship history.
It is. And after she answers, you can share a bit about your own relationship history. The key here is to frame it in a way that shows you have standards and that you've been in positive relationships, but maybe they just haven't lasted as long as you'd like. I had some really great relationships with amazing women, but nothing that's quite gone the distance yet. Maybe I'm just too picky.
That little too picky line is a nice touch. It sparks a little curiosity and maybe even some healthy competition.
Exactly. And then you can follow up with a really insightful question. If you could imagine the perfect relationship, what 3 qualities would your partner absolutely have to have?
That's a great question. It gets her thinking about what she truly values in a partner.
And her answer can give you valuable clues about what she might have been missing in past relationships. Then you can share some related anecdotes about yourself, things that subtly demonstrate that you possess those qualities without bragging or being too obvious.
Show don't tell.
Exactly. And there's a great story in the material about a friend who waited until the 3rd date to kiss a woman he was really into and completely missed his chance. What's the lesson there?
Don't overthink it. If it feels right, go for it.
Exactly. Sometimes you just got to trust your instincts and follow the energy of the moment. Arbitrary dating rules can really hold you back.
All right, question number 3. And this one definitely gets straight to the point. Okay, since we're on the topic of relationships, what was the most exciting place you've ever had sex?
This question takes the conversation directly into the realm of sexuality in a playful and exciting way.
It normalizes the topic and creates that space for more intimate conversation.
Right. And the key here is to lead by example. Share one of your own experiences in a positive light. Focus on how amazing the woman was and how much she wanted you. Keep it classy, but make it clear that you're comfortable talking about sex.
Give her permission to open up.
And make sure you ask her follow-up questions about her experience. Show genuine interest and keep the conversation flowing.
Okay, so now the conversation is definitely heated up. What are some natural ways to transition into more physical intimacy?
Well, there's a technique called the neck massage that's really effective. You can casually initiate it by saying something like, there's this spot right here that always feels amazing when you massage it. And as you're saying that, you gently start massaging that area that's at the hairline. It's a really pleasurable spot for most people.
Smooth move.
Yeah.
And then you can gauge her reaction by asking, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good does that feel?
Exactly. And you can compliment her on how relaxed she seems. It just reinforces the positive vibes.
Okay, now the source material suggests leaning in to smell her perfume while you're doing the neck massage.
Yeah.
That seems like a bold move.
It is, but it's a natural and playful way to get closer to her. You're already in close proximity from the massage, so it doesn't feel too forced.
And if she seems hesitant, you can always playfully guess what kind of perfume she's wearing.
Keep it light.
Exactly. Now, here's an interesting technique that might seem counterintuitive. After you've built up some tension, actually step away from her for a moment. Really? Why is that?
Creating a little bit of space after you've been physically and emotionally close can actually amplify the desire. It's like taking a step back to let the anticipation build.
I see. So it's like You're giving her a moment to miss your touch and want more.
Exactly. And then when you come back and initiate physical contact again, like putting your arm around her while you're watching a video together, it feels even more natural and desired.
It's all about playing with those push and pull dynamics.
Right. And then you can start kissing her again on the neck, then move to the lips, always being mindful of her cues, but also confidently leading the interaction.
Okay, now we're getting to the final stage, the sex massage trick. This is about taking things to the next level and initiating undressing. How does this work?
So you can playfully suggest a massage by saying something like, you seem really tense, I should give you a massage. And then you describe the massage oil in a way that piques her interest. Something like, it's this amazing oil that has a warm tingling sensation and it smells incredible.
Ooh, get her senses involved.
Exactly. And the key here is to be decisive. Get up, get the oil, and confidently initiate the massage.
Take charge.
Right.
Yeah.
You can start with a brief massage, and then as you're continuing to kiss her, slowly and sensually start removing her top and bra.
Seamless transition.
Now, of course, you always want to be respectful and mindful of her cues throughout the entire process.
Absolutely. Now, what happens if you encounter resistance? That's a real possibility in any dating scenario. The source material talks about the difference between verbal resistance and physical blocking. Let's start with verbal resistance. What if she says something like, I don't know if this is a good idea?
It's important to remember that women are often more cautious about moving into physical intimacy, and there could be a lot of reasons for that. Maybe she's feeling vulnerable or unsure about the situation. So when you encounter verbal resistance, the best approach is to actually agree with her while continuing to maintain that physical intimacy.
Interesting. So it's like you're acknowledging her words, but trusting the nonverbal connection you've built.
Exactly. You might say something like, you're right, maybe we shouldn't rush this, but you don't pull away completely. You keep that physical connection going. If she's truly uncomfortable, she'll likely escalate to physical blocking.
Okay, so what about physical blocking? What if she turns away or pushes you away?
In that case, you absolutely stop immediately and respect her boundaries. No means no, and you always want to prioritize her comfort and consent.
100%. Now, there's also this concept of strategic attention withdrawal. What's that all about?
This technique is useful when you encounter slight hesitation, but not outright physical resistance. So you've established a good level of intimacy and things are progressing well, but then she starts to pull back a little bit. Maybe she's feeling overwhelmed or just needs a moment to process her feelings.
Okay, so how do you handle that?
You strategically withdraw your attention and physical touch for a short period of time. It might seem counterintuitive, but creating this little bit of space can actually increase her desire.
How so?
When you pull away, she starts to feel the absence of your touch and attention, and that can actually make her want it even more. It's like the saying, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
So it's about creating that push-pull dynamic to keep the spark alive.
Right. You give her a moment to recalibrate, and then when you come back and reinitiate intimacy, it can be even more powerful.
Interesting. Now, as a last resort, the source material mentions a more direct approach. Sounds like this is a high-stakes move.
It is. It's a final option to consider if you've tried everything else and you're not getting anywhere. It basically involves being completely transparent about your intentions and giving her a clear choice.
So you're laying all your cards on the table.
Yeah, you might say something like, look, I'm really enjoying our time together and I'm attracted to you. I'm hoping we can take things to the next level. But if that's not something you're interested in, then I understand. But maybe it's best if we call it a night.
It's a bold move, for sure. You're risking ending the date, but it can also be incredibly effective if you're genuinely prepared to walk away.
Exactly. It's all about knowing your worth and being okay with any outcome.
All right, so as we wrap up this deep dive, what are the key takeaways for our listeners?
Well, the big picture is that the goal isn't necessarily to have sex on every first date, but to create the possibility for a deeper, more intimate connection. Even just attempting to move things in that direction changes the dynamic between you and your date. It shows her that you're interested in her as more than just a friend.
So it's about taking that leap of faith and seeing what happens.
Exactly. And remember, these are just guidelines. Adapt them to your own personality and style. The more you practice, the more confident and natural you'll become.
So to recap, cultivate the right mindset. Create an inviting and sensual atmosphere in your home. Build that connection and sexual tension gradually through playful interaction and touch, and navigate any hesitation with respect and strategy.
These are practical, real-world tips that can really help you step up your dating game.
And here's your homework, guys. Choose one or two of these techniques that resonate with you and try them out on your next date. Don't just listen to this and do nothing. Put it into practice and see what happens. You might be surprised by the results.
Dating is a journey of learning and growing. And understanding these dynamics can not only improve your dating life, but also give you valuable insights into human behavior and relationships in general.
So go out there, have fun, and create some magic.
Good luck out there, guys. You got this.
And that's a wrap on this deep dive. See you next time.